What is good, y'all? We are back. WTFW Podcast here on the WWE Podcast. We are on episode 6, right? And Nemean Lyons here. I think he is, right?
Yeah, what up? It's your boy, Nemean.
We doing this Skype thing, so it's kind of weird not being in the same room, but hey, we still spend our time. I feel like we talk on video chat for a long time before we even get to the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we get it all together. So,
well, I miss you, Nemean Lion. For all y'all that don't know, I moved a good 7 hours away. So my boy is 7 hours away, but we still here for y'all because the people that listen, they miles away. Miles.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just want to hear it. So episode 6, man. We're only going up from here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we get a lot of positive reviews. We get a lot of support, but now I feel we're getting to the point now where some people we're getting some haters. We're getting some people putting us on the trash list.
A little bit of heat going on. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. Like I said,
no,
I've been waiting for the fans to get involved. So this is what we're here for. Let's do it, y'all.
I've been waiting for it. Let's just get one thing out of the way because it's 3 weeks in the making. But I thought long and hard about this, Nemean. We've talked about it, but somebody in the Discord server chat decided to specifically put me, Kanye, Twitty on the trash list. And
let me hear.
Well, basically, it was Kobe Cheese. He's in the Discord server chat, and he had said something a few weeks back that was fire. And I can't even remember what it is. You know why? Because it doesn't matter. All right. Yeah, this may sound a little MJF heelish, okay? Because it didn't really matter. But what it was it was fire, and I had mentioned that I was going to put him on the fire list. Well, you know me. I forget things, right?
We cover a lot of material, so
we cover a lot of material. Sometimes I miss things, so I forgot. And he messaged up in the Discord server chat and reminded me the next week, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll get to it, right?" But it didn't make my notes. So then he, in the third week, decided to put us on the trash list for not putting him on the fire list. And I have an idea. I think I know where that belongs. You mean? What's the word? What? I think we should put Mr. Kobe Cheese on the trash list. Trash. Oh, what? Oh!
Just because he's calling you out, I think that's fire.
You think it's fire? You think it's fire? Oh, man. This is our first fight right here. Because you can't stick up for your boy? All right, Kobe Cheese, you're getting a pass on this one because you have made the fire list and the trash list in the same episode. I don't know if anybody else has done that except for Lash Legend. So yes, you get a pass. You're okay for a moment, but you're trash in the ring. Trash in the ring, Kobe Cheese. That's what I'm saying. But Nemean's got you on the fire list. All right. That's out of the way. Nemean, let's get into some of your fires. Let's just get into the things. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with it, man. Let's get into it. Some fires of the week. I'm just gonna start it off how I usually do, man. We got Alexa Bliss versus Sonya. I love it. So happy that she's finally back. The squash match too. Sonya needs to get a little. It's fire. She needs to take a little bit of a couple lumps before anybody can get some credibility underneath her. So I'm cool with that.
You know what? I'm with you on that. Other people didn't agree with that, but I agree with the squash. Have you ever seen the Twisted Bliss?
Yeah, not.
Yeah, okay.
I have. Yes, I have.
Okay, but that was fire. It was quick to the point, and I agree. Sonya needs to take some lumps because she got some receipts coming her way.
Yeah.
So 100. Fire. All right.
We got I'm gonna throw Gunther's chops on the permafire list, man. This guy. Can you give me that one? Do you agree with that?
That is, I have seen Gunther as Walter, but I've seen it live. I've seen it live, and I think Pat McAfee said it best. He slaps the God out of you. He slaps the soul out of you.
He literally slaps you so hard that you can hear it echo through the arena. It's crazy.
It's brutal. Nemean. I've heard it live, and I was like good 15, 20 rows up, and you could hear it just as loud as someone was next to you slapping your mama. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, yeah, I feel it.
I met him in the airport, and I got to look at those hands because I did. It was weird. I met this big man in the airport, and I kind of looked over, and I looked down at his hands, and he's got these big mitts. He's got some mitts, and yes, permafire. I say we add him to the permafire list. The chops from Gunther.
Permafire.
Fire. All right.
I got the Judgment Day. Happy to see it. Love seeing Rhea Ripley's progression. Liv Morgan not holding her back anymore. As much as I hate to say it, I mean I'm a big Liv Morgan fan, but I'm even more of a Rhea Ripley fan, and I think she deserves it, and I'm happy to see it.
Well, okay. I could agree there. But I gotta say, I got some trash that surrounds Rhea Ripley as well. Some trash.
Oh, I do too. Don't get me wrong.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, can I get some trash? Can I throw a couple shots, some Kobe's into the bin? My trash is, the fact that there wasn't, in WWE, I called it. I'd actually called it. You can agree with this. I was with you, and I called it. I was like, that is going to be Rhea Ripley because she could come in, attack, and do anything physically to any of those guys, AJ or Finn, and they can't do anything to her. You know what I'm saying? And I knew it was going to happen that way, and that's why I knew it was Rhea Ripley that was going to be the unmasked person. And I think that's trash. I'm going to keep calling it trash because I want it's wrestling. This is wrestling, and I've seen matches. I've watched. There was a match that you and me watched with Ember Moon and Swerve Scott. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it happens in all other promotions.
They smack pretty good.
I want to see it. I want to see it. These women can hang.
Yeah, I'm right. I'll give you that, man. I'm right there with you. That is trash.
Trash.
Just using women wrestlers as a shield so that the men can't hit the other men, like the Miz did with his wife and everything. It's like that is just trash. Like
the fact we had to mention the Miz this early in the show.
Trash.
What else we got?
As usual, our boy Veer Mahan on the fire.
This is brought to you by DJ Kuzmo. Okay, this segment right here is brought to you by DJ Kuzmo, the man that supplies the Lunchables, the man that supplies the promos, the man that cuts promos for every show on the WWE podcast, the man that is a star on the WWE Mailbag Show. This is brought to you by DJ Kuzmo. Take it away, Nummy Line.
Shout out to DJ Kuzmo. So Veer Mahan, this guy, I don't care what he's doing. He can squash somebody once every week, and I wouldn't be mad at it. This guy's a beast. That's
Fire.
it.
That's Fire. It. You know what? Like our segment on Veer Mahan we should make sure that they are only as long as his actual match.
Exactly. Yeah. Just
we don't have to stay anymore.
That's it. Just fire.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Kevin's older brother, Ken.
Oh my goodness. Goodness.
Can we just talk about how amazing that was? I just think it was fire.
It's fire. I'm still laughing thinking about it as hard as I was laughing when it happened. And the look on Zeke's face when he just says, "Well, hi, Ken."
Oh man.
Comedy gold. I said it in our chat that as we're watching it together, and I said right there, I was like, this is comedy gold. I mean, this whole gimmick with Zeke would never work before. And if you had told me this was the gimmick, I said you're crazy, and I was mad. I wanted to be mad as soon as I heard about this possibly happening. But since the get-go, Zeke, because I don't Elias, like, I want to see Elias come in. Were you not waiting for Elias to come down and help?
Oh, I literally sat here and said, Elias, come on, this is the perfect time. Like,
I wanted to see Elias. I wanted to see him come out because this is Zeke. This is Zeke.
Me and my brother were talking about it, and ultimately, this would be the most gigantic troll of all time if this is actually Ezekiel and he has a brother who looks exactly like him. And if Elias comes out at any point in time, at the same time, it will the stadium or the arena will just erupt. I guarantee it.
Oh man, it would break the internet.
It would. I don't. I personally, I don't foresee it happening. I'm with Kevin.
But what if he has a twin? What if he has a twin?
I mean, ultimately, that would, like I said, that would be the most
cousin that looks close enough. You know what I'm saying? You can have a family member that looks just like you. You know what I'm saying? But what if they found someone that looks like Ezekiel?
That would be perfect. That's.
I'm with you. It's fire. It's fire. It's fire. And Kevin Owens, like people always talk about how he doesn't get used, or he gets underutilized and whatnot. But this is why Kevin Owens is so good, and this is why he decided to stay with WWE. He never was even thinking of going anywhere else. He said it flat out. I mean, it was an easy decision. He's like, WWE's been good to me, and this is exactly why. If you can give us a story that I am so invested in, it has nothing to do with titles. It has nothing to do with contention. It has nothing to do with, main event status. And I'm tuning into this every week. Zeke, come out. I'm in. I'm all in.
%.
All right. So it's fire.
It's fire.
It's fire. All right. What else we got?
We got Alba Fire.
Oh. We don't call her Kaylee Ray anymore, do we?
No, this introduction we got to her this week was absolutely amazing.
Chilling.
It's chilling. I mean, the red fire with her entrance just makes her hair pop. Everything about her demeanor was great.
It was a change from Kaylee Ray. I mean, those are two completely different gimmicks.
If you'd never watched before, you would never have even known.
She didn't even do any of her normal moves. Like if she was in the WWE 2K, the video game, it would be frustrating because like that character does not exist. And her promos, like for the last few weeks, it literally bled right. It's like she jumped from the promo on the video screen right out onto the stage, and it was. I'm with you. It was chilling. The demeanor.
She just took the character by the horns and she literally embodied it. And I also, while we're at that, Amari Miller, her opponent, she looked great as well. The match itself was really good.
They did not squash her.
No, not at all. It was a great match. It built both of them, I feel like. So
yeah, I was gonna ask, would you say that because you and me talk about this, and one of the best things that a professional wrestler can have, and even the greats like the Young Bucks and Bryan Danielson in their books, they talk about it. Undertaker talks about it. It's not winning the titles, it's not doing what you're already being given to do. It is if you could take a loss and go over, that is one of the biggest steps you can take. And I said it right then and there. I was like, oh my goodness, Amari Miller went over.
They both did. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I was really happy.
I mean, she didn't. I mean, Alba didn't need to go over. I mean, she's a superstar. I've watched her since NXT UK. But Amari Miller, I mean, we've seen her get squashed, at first, but that girl is good in the ring, and I loved her aggression. Like she's starting to turn into a character instead of just some girl named Amari Miller to me.
Yeah, 100%. I was very happy with the way it turned out. I think, either one of them could have got the win, and I would have been happy with it. You know what I mean?
I'd have been fine with a feud. Yeah, if Amari wins and we had a feud going, I mean, yeah.
Very happy.
I feel like Alba Fire is on the same level as Seth Rollins, where they can take a loss, and it don't hurt it for me at all. Like, I still want them to win even more afterwards. But that match right there, I'm with you. That was a 4-star match, and that had a nobody in it, a jobber.
And
so, fire.
So, Alba Fire.
Alba Fire is fire. Say that 3 times fast.
Why don't you go ahead and throw us a couple of
You want me to get some okay, because what I'm going to say this. What's fire is even though we're 6 hours away, the fact that we actually wait to watch Raw together or a show together if we can, and literally just sending our texts back and forth. If you go back and just read them, it's pretty awesome. I think that's fire. Fire. The fact that this podcast has become important to me, and I know it's become important to you. I'm not trying to get sentimental for a moment, but this is a special show. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel we knocked it out of the park last week, and everyone else did too. But this week we have so much material, and we went through a lot with the move and all that. But man, we got something here, and I think I want to give a personal shout out to us.
We said it first week, man. Like, we didn't know if this was going to do anything. We could have been doing a one and done, and now we're into week 6, and not only are we loving what we're doing, but the fans are loving it too. And now we're getting this reaction, and we're getting heat, we're getting love, we're getting cheers, we're getting boos, and I love it. That's all.
Because that's what this is. So. We're not reviewing. We're not here to review. We're not here to summarize. We're not even here to debate. We're just here to commentate and just have some fun and talk wrestling, because I think that's the part of wrestling that I love the most, is just talking wrestling.
Yep. And that's why I think that's why we're having such a good run so far, is because we love it, and we love, we're just having a good time talking about it, and that the fans can tell. So
eventually, man, I hope we get God mode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need to find God mode.
Well, that's the goal. So
that's the goal. Fire for me. Like let's get a couple fire for me. Especially from Raw. Every time actually it's not fire. It's a little bit of trash. There's not a lot of trash on Raw. I'm going to admit it right now. There really, really isn't. But every time Nemean, you said this, I'm taking it from you. This is your own trash. Bro, all I hear every time Nemean speaks is Xerxes from the movie 300.
Oh, yeah. Literally, every time I see him, that is trash.
He's getting better, though. I will say this, because he actually made my fire list. That's why I mentioned it, because he's actually on my fire for his promo on Raw. Because I'm like, you can see that Edge is teaching him how to cut a promo. And we say this every time Edge speaks. That's a textbook instruction class. He should just go to the Performance Center, sit everybody down, and be like, this is how you cut a promo.
Master.
And Damian Priest, I thought he completely turned a corner with his promo. You're up there with Edge. You're going to look like a fool, or you're going to look good. And, he looked good. Omos, when he tried to speak next to AJ, he looked like a fool when you see MVP or Bobby Lashley try to talk next to MVP. Bobby looks like a fool. For a long time, Brock Lesnar had that with Paul Heyman. But
yeah,
the only two people I've seen to catch up is Roman Reigns can talk with. He doesn't need Paul Heyman to speak for him. And now, if Damian keeps doing this way, he won't need Edge to speak for him either. And that also
100.
leads me to Rhea Ripley. She also cut one of the better promos that I've ever heard her do. So that makes it again, for a second time on the show. Judgment Day is fire.
Fire.
We're going to save one piece of trash from Judgment Day, though. We're going to save that for the voicemail. No trash until we get to the voicemails, because I know we all agree on one thing, and it's in the voicemail. All right, so keep it on going. Let's see what else I say. Let's see. Rhea's that boot to the face. Rhea's boot to Liv Morgan's face. Fire. Absolute fire. The AJ and Finn Balor, the Bullet Club. That I'm saying it. That's the Bullet Club.
Say it, man. I'm right there with
everywhere.
you.
I agree. WWE won't say it, but when they did the Too Sweet, and right there, I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Crowd.
Yeah, it's absolute fire. The fact that the first 2 hours, I'm gonna say the first 2 hours of Raw, absolute fire. The last hour of Raw, absolute trash.
Agreed, trash.
Absolute trash. And I think that's really mostly what I got, because you covered a lot of Raw. We can't really help it this week. Like, we're bouncing around a bit, but there's chunks of such material. We also had Payback. Let's get that out of the way. Let's get Payback out of the way. You know what I'm saying?
How about you call it what it is, and it's called Backlash?
No, it's Payback. The fact that I can't get it right because I keep saying Payback. I said it again, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
And I keep trying not to. I have it in my notes here. It says Backlash across a whole page. That's my fault. WWE has been moving a lot of their pay-per-views around. They've been renaming and taking some out, and no, I don't care. I don't know why I keep calling it Backlash. I've been to they have a pay-per-view for Backlash. I thought it was after WrestleMania.
It is Backlash.
Oh, okay. So you know what? I'm done with this conversation. We're gonna move on because I can't. We've been doing this for almost 3 weeks. It's trash. I'm with you. The fact I can't get Payback and Backlash, correct. We're gonna call it trash. I've been doing this for 3 weeks, huh? Man, I'm not perfect.
It's
Let's
all
see.
good.
Hey, the whole Seth Rollins coming down, that was fire to me. And for the first time on the trash list since we started the show, what did we say? Did I call it a crop top suit jacket that Seth Rollins was wearing?
It was the first time ever I've actually thought he looked like trash.
Trash. That was the trash. It was. I couldn't stop looking at it. You know what I'm saying?
Looked like a matador.
Oh man. I didn't even think of that. I can't unsee it now. Did he borrow it from Becky? I thought he got the wrong ring gear, opened the wrong suitcase, and put the wrong jacket on.
Definitely borrowed Becky's ring gear. Oh no!
If he did, that's fire. But we know, for the first time, Seth Rollins' outfit, trash. But as far as Backlash, it was good. It over delivered.
It was a good show.
Me, it was a good show overall. The only problem is the things that I didn't like about it that were trash is we already knew what Ronda was going to win. But the match that Ronda, and it was the best match of Ronda's career. It was brutal, absolutely brutal. It was fire. I'm giving Backlash a fire rating as a whole.
I agree. I think as a whole it was fire. you know how I feel about Ronda, so I'm just gonna leave it at.
You're just gonna
Like
leave
you
it there. You don't
we
want to
knew
talk good about her. You don't want to. I know you don't. I know you don't.
we knew Charlotte was gonna lose the title. It was, like even the boss said, if we don't put the title on Ronda, then what are we even doing with her? Why is she even here?
Right.
So it needed to be done. I get it, but
now what?
Exactly. Now what? So
now what? Now what?
No option for her whatsoever right now. So
yeah. I don't know where they go from here. The only thing that I could think of that will save it for me is if the best heel in women's wrestling needs to come back and go into a feud with Ronda, and that is my girl Bayley.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm still waiting on Bayley. So
Bayley, I think that is the only thing that can step in for Charlotte taking time off, and that's fire too. I think it's fire that Charlotte gets time off. I think she's more than earned it. Go get married, go have some fun. That's fire to me. So I mean, everyone's talked about Backlash, I feel like it's pretty good consensus. So let's get some of the meat and potatoes of the week, because there was two amazing shows. And for me, I'll start, with NXT. It's a different thing. It's a completely different thing. It's a different form of a show. It's like a movie to me, every week. And this week I felt like they really knocked it out of the park. Santos Escobar and what's his name? I mean, they did some great acting. Tony D'Angelo. It's just good fun for me. And in this week, NXT, was top to bottom a great show for me. What did you think?
I agree with you on that. I think the whole episode was fire.
Fire. I mean, even the comedy, the Saray angle when she comes through, because she's dressed, as a modest, schoolgirl, before she goes through the curtain, and she took the university through the curtain with her, and his shirt changed colors, and then the other guy was swinging the flag dressed as a cheerleader. Like that had me dying.
I loved it. And I said it. I even said it last week. I thought I'm a big fan of Saray. I'm excited to see what she's gonna do. So
her in-ring work is amazing. I will say that. I just don't. I haven't. It's hard for me to buy into her character.
Yeah.
I'm with you there. There was, and like I said, for me, there really wasn't any trash for me. So much on NXT. It was such a great show. Just like Raw for me was a great show until the last half of it, or no, the last hour. I mean, and the one thing we didn't talk about on Raw was, we think it's fire that, it's trash that the main event got 5 minutes, but it was fire because Becky Lynch stole the show from the announce table, the whole match.
He stole, the whole main event was all about Bex, and I'm not mad at it, honestly. Like,
some of her best work.
She's embodying the heel, and I love it.
So, that basically covers Raw. That covers, NXT. Like I said, there's not much to say. It was fire. I mean,
it was fire.
If you're not watching NXT, you're missing out on something different, because, you have, me and me, we're talking about it off air. You have two shows basically every week. You have Raw and SmackDown are the same, style of a show. And then you have Dynamite and Rampage are the same style of a show. And NXT is truly giving the wrestling fans something different on network television, on regular TV. And it is neat. It is fun. And it's a nice break from, the norm of everything else.
I agree 100%. I'm excited for this, the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. Nikita Lyons looked great. As usual, put her right on the fire list again.
I kind of think I almost want to put it on the trash list, because she already broke out. Even the announcer said it, she's already broken out. I didn't think that this was necessary, because with her in the tournament, it's hard for me to believe anybody else wins it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's, I don't like it when going into a match and you already knew who's going to win.
Well, ultimately, we saw Lash Legend is on the other side of the bracket, so I feel like ultimately it's just going to come down to those two women duking it out in the ring for the glory. So
yeah. But no
see what
matter
happens.
what, Nikita Lyons is still on the perma-fire list. She hasn't left it.
No matter
There's
what,
no
Nikita
way.
Lyons on the perma-fire list.
Yes, and speaking of Nikita Lyons, hey, we haven't heard from Casual Wrestling Fan.
Mr. Casual Wrestling Fan, we're still waiting.
We were waiting for that apology, and you know what? Like he's approaching bonfire status.
That's what I was just gonna say. The longer you take, the more and more heat you're gonna get.
I mean, right now, like I think he's scared.
I think I'd be scared too, because it is undeniable Nikita Lyons is great, and we've
invited him on the show. We've invited him.
We need some acknowledgement here.
I'm gonna say it, Nemean. Casual Wrestling Fan. We the ones, you the twos.
Oh, he said it,
right? I said it
straight from Kanye's mouth.
Man, I expect more. It's because I expect more from him. I expect a response by now. Nothing. And if in case nobody remembers, or if this is your first time hearing it, Mr. Casual Wrestling Fan basically said in no small words that Lash Legend is fire and Nikita Lyons is trash, and that makes zero sense to us over here at the WTFW. How can you be that smart and have that opinion? How?
Okay, let's
casually move on. All
right.
What you got next? You want to get into
quick fires, and then
I mean, we got that beautiful show to talk about. So yeah, let's get some quick fires out first.
Get a couple random quick fires out. We mentioned it on the review show we did. That phone call from Jericho to Eddie Kingston, or from Eddie Kingston to Jericho. That was gold. I love that. Fire. That was fire. You don't see a lot of promos are promos, and they're pretty much the same up and down. You have a couple different styles, and everybody kind of adheres to that formula. But this was new, and it was fun, and I liked it's a little bit something different. So I like that. That was fun.
The way Jericho sells it was equally. That gave us the visual.
Everything. I mean, even in when I think it was a week ago or two, when Eddie was there, and he was talking down to Jericho in the chair, and Jericho, the look on his face. I mean, he sells being scared, and he sells being the bad guy. So I'm all for it.
And how they're throwing, the whole Kingston wife angle. It's brutal.
Yeah, brutal. No, it brings you in. It makes you feel a little bit for him. So it's good.
I'm with
you.
Good. Fire.
Yeah, fire. I think, like you were saying, I agree with you. Santos Escobar specifically, his promos are great right now, especially his solo promos. Like, I do like what he's doing with Tony D, but when he does a solo promo, I really enjoy what he does.
I've been saying this since the beginning, man. I've been saying Santos Escobar. I've been saying it since the beginning.
Oh, I'm with it. Yeah, he's
fire.
Whole Legado del Fantasma. That whole gimmick is working well for them, I think, and I'm all for it. That is fire.
Fire.
Then we got Cora Jade's promos. They're getting way better.
Who?
She needs to slow down, I think. But every week,
yes, she needs to slow down just a little bit in the ring. I believe that.
Yeah, just in general, even in her promos, like this was my favorite promo from her so far. This is the one she did this week before the match.
What did you think of the match?
I thought the match was okay. Like I said, I think she just needs to slow down in her promos and in the ring. She's anxious. I think she just has a little bit too much energy, and she needs to just Like we said about Liv Morgan when we were first. She just needed to slow down, and once she did, everything started to fall into place for her. So I feel like that's the same thing that happened for Cora Jade. But I'm excited to see her improving every week.
Only disappointed for a second, but then I wasn't. It's very rare that we get professional wrestlers breaking the fourth wall on camera. But I know that this was something special to Natalya. Because Natalya, I haven't been invested in her, and I don't remember the last time I was. Even though I respect the fact that she is probably the best technical wrestler of women of all time, period. That's why she's been there for so long. She's the only female to come out of the dungeon because she's part of the Hart family. But seeing her work with Cora Jade was invigorating. It was enthusiastic, and when she played the heel role so well, the crowd gave it to her. The 3 weeks she was doing it, and then after the match was over, because Natty is a softie. She is kind of a crier in real life, and so you can see she was kind of overcome with emotion, and her breaking, from being the heel. And, giving that love to Cora Jade, that was really her, acknowledging that, hey, all right, girl, you're ready. Go ahead and go out there and start fighting. That was kind of a passing of the torch. And I thought that was nice.
Yeah.
Any more quick fires?
At Backlash, Pat McAfee. Like I said last week, he's on the permanent fire list, but he said
Pat McAfee.
He said there is not enough CBD in Rhode Island for the pain that Riddle is going through right now. After he took that slam, I was dying.
Oh, I love the fact that he's on the permanent fire list. You know what I'm saying? We got to get him on the show. I know there's lofty goals, but what would it be like to get Pat on the show? What would his trash list? I feel like it would be epic.
It would be epic.
I feel like he would set the bar.
Yes, 100% would set the bar.
We need to challenge him. Twitter's there, right? Maybe send the tweet every day. We might get it out there, and maybe one time he'll see it. But speaking of that, I have a quick fire. One of them, and what it is this. You saw the tweet. We put it out there. The bottom line is we have challenged, and we're going to tweet it every day. We are challenging AEW to bring the next pay-per-view that they can to Washington State. Why? Because they really tried pushing the whole biggest boo thing on Dynamite this week, and Long Island crowd was, the way they treat their heel MJF when he's in Long Island. Okay, you want to see what happens when you bring three of our boys home: Darby Allin, Swerve Strickland, and Bryan Danielson, who is known for his fans hijacking a crowd. They did it in WWE. I was there. He was the champion. He was the biggest heel in wrestling. And when he came to Seattle, it was just like MJF going to Long Island. The crowd, they're all in. That's our boy. And I've realized this. We have not seen any of those three men wrestle in Washington since the pandemic. The Royal Rumble was supposed to be in Seattle. You see what I'm saying? I want my boys. I'm
all for the hometown boys coming home and giving us the show of their life. You know what I mean? So
yeah. AEW, we have the tweet out there. Retweet it for us. Let's send it out there. We're going to challenge them every day. We've called out Tony Khan and said, "Hey, where's the love up here in the Northwest?" All right, so that's fire.
Fire.
All right, what you got?
All right, a couple little quick fires. I loved Liv Morgan's ring gear when she came out. I thought it was great. Madcap calling out Happy's tattoo on his chest. Oh man, I'm dying. I don't know. I think.
Remember what you said? You said it looked like Hot Topic threw up all over your chest. That is one of the biggest fires of the week. Oh man.
100%. Loved it.
Oh, yeah. I died.
Solo Sikoa.
Whew.
I'm just saying, I think I had in my notes, I said that Solo needs the North American title, but now that I'm thinking about it, NXT needs Solo to have the North American title. I think right now it would just, not only would it do Solo good to have that title, but then it would just I think it fits best on him out of that trio that's going on right now with Carmelo Hayes, Cameron Grimes, and him. I think it's best fit for Solo, in my opinion.
And like you're saying, that they don't need, the title doesn't need him, or he doesn't need the title. The title needs him.
Yes, 100%. So I want to see that happen. I think as far as Fire, I think that's most of it.
You think that's mostly it?
I think that's most of the week's Fire, aside from, we've been holding off on Dynamite because
we've been holding off on Dynamite. We've been holding off on the voicemails. We have two. We had two voicemails this week. We have two people that decided to send us their trash list. Not just one. We had DJ Kuzmo. We had the boss. But now this week we got Double J, and we also have the what's his name? Oh man, don't let me forget, Michael Ritter from Smackdown Review. He's on our email. I mean, it's just like we keep saying, we're growing. We're getting a little bigger.
Exactly. And I love to see the podcast giving each other love, shout outs to everybody on the podcast.
Oh, and speaking of that, the Ringside podcast, let's give a shout out to them. The Evolution, I believe, I hope I don't get it wrong. I believe it's the Evolution podcast, the all women's podcast. I have it in the notes here. Let me pull it up because I don't want to get it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been getting a lot of love from a lot of people, especially on the Twitter, and getting it from other podcasts. It's the Evolutionary Wrestling Podcast. Big shout out to them as well. It's nice, and even Michael Ritter from the Smackdown Review Show and the Football Function. Like the love that we're getting amongst our colleagues and our peers. I mean that's amazing too, and we're glad that we can fit in. You know what I'm
saying? It's good to it's nice to see podcasts giving other podcasts love. I love to see it. So
yeah, you also have the Kick Ash podcast, with Ashley Mann.
Right on. Yeah, shout out to all the podcasts out there that are repping each other and helping each other lift each other up. So I love to see it.
All right, well, let's take
you want to take a quick break?
Let's take a lunchable break. You know what I'm saying? We've done. I mean, man, we always record all the way through. So I say we take a break, have a lunchable, and then I say we come back and we drop the bombs of Dynamite. We get to the voicemails as well, and then maybe we'll even talk a little more smack about casually talk a little more smack, casually.
Oh, there's plenty of smack to talk. So, and then we'll get to what everybody's what everybody's waiting for.
Oh, yeah, you got a good one this week, huh?
Oh yeah, we got a lot to talk about. So
yeah. All right,
we'll come back.
Okay, all right. Yep. That Lunchable was good. How was your Lunchable?
It was delicious.
Delicious. And speaking of Lunchables, wait, no, I'm gonna save that for later. I can't. I see. I like to jump ahead too far. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my bad. What we about is that amazing episode of Dynamite we had last night.
Okay, is that where we're at? That's where we're at in our notes.
I held off my fire from that because I've got a lot to talk about. I mean,
I've off everything I've had to say about it because I'll just say one thing and let you take it from there. I am calling it as a show a 5-star show. I'm calling it the best televised show of the year. Period. Right now.
It's right there with the best. I agree. You know, one of the big things is my biggest thing, or maybe not my biggest thing, but one of the biggest things is Hookhausen.
Woo!
I'm so excited. They've been teasing it for weeks now, and it's finally a thing. And they said it. Hookhausen is a thing, and I'm waiting for the T-shirt to pop up.
You know what they have to do? I say they don't have a choice. They need to go to the video. They need to find those fans that made their own Hookhausen shirts, and I want that shirt. I don't want any other Hookhausen shirt, but that shirt with their two head faces on it, split into it. They made it. Even they even said that they made their own shirts. The very next episode, I want those shirts. There's no other shirt I want.
I think that's a perfect idea.
I'm going to hit the Twitter. That's going to be another challenge of mine. I'm going to find out who made those shirts and who those people were. All right, we got to find them. I want them. I want a shirt from them. You know what I'm saying?
Get it out there and try and make this happen, because I would love to make that a real shirt as well.
I will pay money for one of the shirts from them with that same logo. I don't want any other shirt.
I'm down.
I'm down. I'll find it. Fire. Hookhausen, the match as a whole, like, even I was a little irritated at first. My knee jerk. I was like, what? That's all Danhausen gets just beat 1, 2, 3. But I was, the storytelling. Hookhausen, all in, fire.
In. I feel like I'm gonna be just preaching at this point, but it's not gonna change. BCC's on the perma-fire list, and they're not going anywhere. Them coming out, going after JAS, I'm all for it. Regal, can we just put Regal on the perma-fire list all on his own?
I think Regal is grandfathered in.
Yeah, I think
he's been perma-fire on NXT. He was perma-fire as a superstar. He's been perma-fire behind the scenes. He's perma-fire.
Yeah, 100%. Him smacking Jericho around, I loved it. Everything about it. So, like I said, for the past 5 weeks, week 6 now, this is, BCC is, they are a bar that has been set, and I'm excited to see more of it.
You just to give you a little bit of what I had at that moment. I'm going to go to the notes. As we are watching it together, this is what I texted you. I said, when Moxley's music hit, I literally envisioned you jumping off of your couch, knocking over your Lunchables, screaming at the top of your lungs, just, punching your grandma in the face, next to you, like crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know how in you are. And when we watch, these shows together, there's times that we pop, because we those kind of fans. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And I literally was teasing you about it. You. While it's happening.
As most, I think I've said it enough times, I not only am I all in on BCC, but Jon Moxley is slowly becoming my favorite wrestler of all time. I mean, I just love everything he does. So anytime I can see him come out, especially, as the fighter that he is, just all he has to do is look at Chris Jericho, and Jericho looks scared, so I'm all for it.
It literally, as I say this to you, this is what happened. I'm a fanboy. I'm a fanboy at times, and hometown boy, especially, I'm a fanboy. And when Bryan Danielson's music hit next, because I actually thought that it was just going to be Moxley, I thought, that made sense, because Jericho was calling out, doing the superstar shtick, he's calling out all these people, but like Moxley was Dean Ambrose in WWE. You know what I'm saying? They have worked together on the independent scene, and I was like, that's the perfect person to come out and smack Jericho in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? I'm all in on Jericho. I love everything he's doing, but it made sense for Moxley to come out and just punch him in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Then when Bryan Danielson's music hit, I literally said this, holy beep. Judging about how hard I popped when John Moxley came out during the middle of Jericho's promo, I can only imagine me lying basically, here's what I say. I can't figure it out because I'm trying to read it from a distance. Basically, I said this in paraphrase. After thinking of how you popped for John Moxley, I immediately knew how you felt. Because as soon as Bryan Danielson's music hit, I was by myself. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I jumped up, put my hands in the air like Adam Cole, baby, and lost my crap. Woke up my girlfriend, made my cat scared. You know, it was the whole 9 yards. It was ridiculous, and that's why we watch wrestling, right? For those moments,
for those moments of excitement. That's what we live for sure. So,
but Permafire, BCC, hands down.
Hands down. So I don't see it change anytime soon. By the way,
when Jericho did say, "I'll throw a fireball in your face because I'm a wizard,"
fire. I don't care. That's fire. Only Jericho could say something like that, and I would go along with it. So.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. What else you got?
Dax Harwood selling. I mean, come on, man.
I thought he was hurt.
Either that man's ribs are broken in 5 different places, or he is one of the best sellers I've seen in a long time. I actually felt bad for the man at a couple of spots there because, you know, I thought that he for sure had an injury going on. So
I'm with you in every way. When I was watching that match, like, and I even said it in the chat, I was like, either A, he's one of the best selling jobs I've ever seen done. Because the storytelling in the ring, you know, the greats always talk about it, especially Undertaker. It's all about storytelling in the ring. You can do all this stuff outside the ring, but especially with this kind of a match where it's just a random match put together with 2 people, the storytelling that they did in the ring, either he is one of the best selling jobs I've ever seen, or he had some bruised ribs, the way he breathed, the way he winced, the way it wasn't over exaggerated. Like I'm with you. I was feeling for him. Like I was wondering if they were going to like call the match early or something, you know? And wow.
Great. Fire.
What's the next match? What's the next part? Because literally it's almost all of it.
Yeah. The Dark Side of the Ring promo.
Man. I've been waiting. That may be one of my favorite promos of the year. I could not. I don't even know the emotion to explain how I felt for that, because we all know that Dark Side of the Ring has been talked about being canceled, you know, but then, you know, the network came out and said, no, we're working on some projects. So we really don't know what's going on. But literally when that promo started, I thought it was a real commercial, and I popped because I'm like, yes, you know, we're going to get more Dark Side of the Ring. And oh my goodness. MJF did it again. I'm not going to talk about MJF, but how much am I getting paid? Oh, okay. Oh my goodness.
Amazing.
His Long Island stuff, man, that is an amazing. Yeah. I was explaining it to my girl, you know, that it's a unique show when AEW goes to Long Island. Wardlow is going to get cheered out but you know he's getting the Goldberg cheers literally just last week.
Yeah.
But we were wondering if even that crowd, and we both agree that no, this Long Island crowd, like that's their hometown boy, and he plays it so well. He's a heel, but he has a home base, and that I think is unique, because that means that one place they can go to with him, the worst heel in the world, getting booed out the building, but he go to Long Island and he gets to give high fives, and everybody supports him. I wish Roman Reigns had it. That's the only thing Roman Reigns has missed, is a home base. You know what I'm saying?
it's that perfect. It's that perfect, wild card that they can pull out anytime they need to for MJF. If he's ever losing a little bit of steam, just do another episode like they did yesterday and give him that pop he needs. Let him do what he does best, and he will make the crowd cheer for him even as the biggest heel in the industry right now. So
it's one of the biggest heel moves that I've seen in a long time. And what I'm going to say the heel move is being a heel and going somewhere and getting cheered, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. That is a heel tactic that I've noticed that's new and it's unique and very rare. He's the only one I know that has it.
It's not easy
for one other person, Bryan Danielson, when he was Daniel Bryan, because he was the number one heel in the business, in WWE at the time, champion the whole 9 yards. And when he came to Seattle, that's why we're challenging, the Long Island fans. I'm saying this right now. We challenging the Long Island fans. We challenging AEW. Go ahead and bring Bryan Danielson over here. Make him the biggest heel you can. Let's see what he doesn't even have to be a heel. He can be in BCC. But you want to see the biggest cheer, the biggest boo, or the biggest anything you want from a crowd, come to Washington State with Bryan Danielson. And additionally with Darby Allin and Swerve Scott. Bring our boys home, because I appreciate what they tried to do, but we louder here. We have the 12s here. We know how they are in football. Ritter can attest to that. The 12s were known for being just insane. Well, the wrestling fans up here are the same way. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yep, 100%.
100%. MJF though is perma fire right now for me. I mean, he's solid gold. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's the title, it's CM Punk, the way that he shot on his contract and called out Cody Rhodes by name.
Yeah.
What, bro?
Yeah, he can get away with things that most people can't just because the way he talks. It's amazing. That goes right into the next one, the contract signing. I mean, that is how you do a contract signing. I mean, everything about it. He even called on his crowd and asked them if they wanted to hear Wardlow speak, and they said hell no.
Oh man, it was great.
He said, "Well, you're just not going to speak then tonight, bud." So I loved it. I loved everything about it. I mean, the contract signings in WWE as of lately have been
mischievous.
Yeah. So 100%. Yeah, lunchable break. So they need to creative over at WWE needs to take a page out of that book, because that was exactly how it's done.
Yeah, you got the contract signed. You got some good promo work, and you got some physicality. I'm really glad that he didn't powerbomb MJF.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm actually really glad he didn't powerbomb Shawn Spears, because he has to take oh my goodness, he's gonna take 10 lashings.
Yeah,
bro. Those are things that WWE has done in the past, and it doesn't work. I am all in. I'm invested. I want to see Wardlow take a beating.
Yeah, because we'll see a side of Wardlow that we didn't even know we hadn't seen yet. I think once he finally gets his hands on MJF, this is going to be.
It's hard to get to God mode.
You can't get enough of,
But it's hard to get to God mode, and every wrestler will attest to this. It's hard to reach God mode as a babyface.
Yeah,
it's insanely hard. But Wardlow is, in my mind, on status on God mode, he is the closest person, and I'm saying CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, BCC, I don't care who it is. He is the closest one, and the one I believe has the most potential to you. Like you and me talk about that extra level that you just can barely get to.
Yep,
God
to
mode.
the moon.
That God mode. Yeah, I'm talking Roman Reigns God mode. I think he's the closest and the most likely to hit it, and he's going to do it as a baby face, and that in my mind is almost harder. You know what I'm saying? and it's beautiful. I love this Wardlow thing. I love it from the get go. I saw him for the first time on one of the first episodes of AEW I watched, and I was like, oh my goodness, who is this guy? And to see him go from there all the way to this storyline, like this is a 2-year long plus storyline, and it's amazing.
It's amazing, yeah. So anything Wardlow right now is fire.
Fire, like two fire.
Two. And then I could go on all day, but I'm gonna just finish off my fire with Jeff Hardy and Darby Allin.
Bruh.
Can
we just give it a bruh? Can we get? How about this? Can we give that match a moment of silence?
Yeah. Can we just breathe on that one for a second?
All right. Well, here we go. Let's do this together, y'all. Okay. Fire.
Yeah. We've been putting Jeff on the trash list the past couple weeks based off of his
casually.
Yeah. I'll say that casual trash.
We've put on casual, and I really kind of buried him a little bit. Like I got a little into it. I think maybe I had a cerveza and I got a little in my feelings. The Swanton bombs have been bad, right? They have. We weren't wrong.
He hasn't been looking as hot as we would hope for, but when you put him in the ring with Darby Allin, the two of these, and then they both just went out there to have fun and also do what they do best, and that is beat the crap out of each other.
It was fire. They announced it in the middle of the show, and I don't even think the announcers knew. And they were going to commercial break, and then in the last couple seconds, the guy was like, "Oh, and now the main event's going to be no disqualification. Anything goes."
Yeah. What? No rules. Can we? Darby Allin said, "Can we just forget about the rules?"
Ooh.
And that's what they did, and they left it all in the ring. I mean, it's nice to see somebody in the ring with Jeff Hardy who not only can keep up but also push him to hit those spots. And Jeff's been doing it for so long. He's one of those guys that's like, he's always going to try and one up. So if they're going to go back and forth, they're going to go back and forth, and that's what they did. And this was hands down one of the best matches of the year, in my opinion. Fire.
I'm going to say fire first. I can't say fire enough. If you put it this way, I cannot say fire enough about this match. This match for me, and just to give you, kind of a visual. I'd worked. I moved over here on Saturday, started work on Tuesday. Closed down a bar, closed down the bar on Wednesday. Was here at like 3:00 in the morning by that time watching that match, and I'm standing on my feet, grown man. Standing on my feet at 3:00 in the morning in absolute awe of what I was seeing. And another thing about this match, me, I always fast forward through the picture-in-picture commercial breaks because nothing really happens there, And so this match, I actually had to rewind and catch all of it because you miss so much action during the commercial break. And I'm agreeing with you. 5-star match. In my opinion, this is the reigning at this moment match of the year, period. And we've seen some great ones. We have. I mean, the Bryan Danielson, Hangman Adam Pages, the Moxley. I mean, we've seen some good matches, but this was something different. What was your favorite spot?
Man, it has to be that final, the Darby Allin spot off the top when Jeff catches him. Like it was, he nailed it. And Darby, I mean, we were talking about Dax Harwood selling earlier. I mean, if it's not Dax, then it's Darby Allin as far as best sellers in AEW right now. I mean, there's literally been times where I thought this man was dead on the floor. Like
when he landed on those chairs, I mean, I was looking for him to squeeze the ref's hand. You know, when he did the bareback on the ring apron. Whoa.
Yeah.
What? 5 stars.
Yeah, I agree. 5 stars match is fire. Absolute fire.
You know, and that really takes this, you know, like explains all of Dynamite. Like, in my opinion, that is literally the best show of the year, hands down. Like the promo, even the little trash we could pick out of it, you know, it still isn't like the Tony Storm botched finishing move, or, you know, Ricky Starks just being Ricky Starks, you know, but it still didn't matter. The show was amazing. It had me at the edge of my seat, standing on my feet the whole way. So, you know, that is fire in every single way.
Yes, agreed.
Well, that's Dynamite. We got NXT, we got Raw,
we got In the Fire.
We got In Fire. So does that bring you know?
Should we take a look at these trash lists that we got sent in to us?
This is a good one. All right. This comes from Michael Ritter from the Smackdown review show and the Football Function. Man, I've been on a show with Mike, and we're just going to get into it. We're just going to drop it because I know he's going to give us something good.
Drop it. Let's hear it.
Boom.
All right, everybody, guys and girls, you know me, Michael Ritter, one half of the Smackdown review team right here on the WWE Podcast. A little bit of a crossover edition here. I'm going to hop on the WTFW podcast and give a quick, very quick trash list. Basically just my quick things that I feel like are trash from here in the week in WWE. Really quickly, though, I do have a couple fires that I want to get out. Number one, Kanye, Twitty, and Nemean Lion, just as a podcasting team and the WTFW podcast as a whole, want to give a quick fire shout out to them right there, because just as a, you know, as a consistent listener here for the first month or however long it's been out, I can tell you that it's been getting better and better every week. So just from one podcaster to another, shout out to the team there, Nemean Lion and Kanye, Twitty, and also a couple other wrestling fires here. Kevin Owens and Zeke, absolute fire. I love what they got going on. That dynamic is entertaining as hell, and I look forward to it every week on Monday Night Raw. Another fire, AJ Styles and Finn Balor pairing up together. Love that. Judgment Day as a group, and their ceiling, absolute fire. That's probably my biggest fire item from the week. Now, with that out of the way, I do have a few trash things, a couple wrestling trash things, and then a couple life trash things, just to kind of throw out there. Number one, Edge's haircut, trash. I'm not saying that the specific haircut. I'm not saying anybody who has that haircut is trash or anything like that. Although I do think Rhea Ripley might have a case if she says, "Hey, dude, you're copying me." But anyways, just the fact that he got a haircut in general, I feel like is a little bit of trash, because Edge is synonymous with long hair. I really don't care if you disagree or not. That's just how I feel about it. Edge looks better with long hair. We'll see what he looks like in the ring, but I just feel like it's going to be tough to get used to, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to fully get over that. Another trash, Lacey Evans. Yeah, just Lacey Evans as a whole. I'm not a fan of this new shtick she's been doing. I get it. Telling a sob story every week, trying to get the crowd behind you as a babyface. I get it. You know, whenever you were just a, for lack of a better word, B-word, for the better part of, 2-3 years, acting like you were better than everybody else, you got to, really sink it in and really hit it home that you're a new person. You've turned over a new leaf. I'm not buying it. They put us through a 5-week snooze fest over on SmackDown. Did not like any of those segments. Absolute trash. And now she gets moved inexplicitly to Monday Night Raw. So, take that for what it's worth. I guess we will not be seeing her, at least for the time being, over on SmackDown. So I did have those two news items, or at least those two items that I wanted to mention as my quick trash for the week in wrestling. I'm trying to be a little bit more positive. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. So that's kind of the starting point right there. One more trash item really quickly here is Ronda Rousey winning the SmackDown Women's Championship without really any plan. I feel like they kind of just put it on her without any opponents worthy, without anybody lining up ready to challenge her for that championship. So just right there, I feel like that is a little bit of a trash item. Now, put that to the side. Let's get into some life trash things. Some things that I feel like are trash that I kind of dealt with or I'm dealing with right now in my personal life. So let's get to it. Let's see here. Ranch dressing. Trash. Absolute trash. Forgetting your headphones at home and having to go through the workday being alone with your thoughts. Trash. The Milwaukee Bucks, trash. Really quickly, you two, as in Nemean line, Kanye, Twitty, love you guys to death. You guys are definitely some good, I guess you can say, assets here to the WWE podcast, but I'm a little bit disappointed with the lack of love for the pizza Lunchables. Every time you guys bring up Lunchables, you guys are talking about the crackers and maybe the nacho cheese here and there, but I do not hear you guys reference the pizza Lunchables, and I'm a little bit disrespected, to be honest. I love those pizza Lunchables. I feel like I could eat those for lunch, like, as a 28-year-old, so think maybe if you guys are going to have Lunchables be the unofficial sponsor here of the show, you might as well get the best dang Lunchable that they offer. But that's really all I have for you guys this week. I definitely want to make this a more regular thing, calling and giving my trash items if I have any. But yeah, just wanted to kind of hop on here, give a shout out to Kanye, Twitty, and Nemean Lion. So I hope you guys are enjoying the WTFW podcast, and will continue to do so right now.
All right. Yo, Michael Ritter, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much.
Shout out.
This is a fire. I already know this is fireless. I already know this is ending up on fire. Like, I already know.
Yeah, I think so. I think we know.
Owens and Zeke, we agree. That's fire, right? Fire. AJ and Finn, yeah, we agree. That's fire. I mean,
Fire.
Duh, fire. Judgment Day, yeah, fire.
Yeah.
Fire. And as far as your trash, we didn't talk about it, but Edge's haircut. How he get Rhea Ripley's haircut?
Yes. Yeah. I'll give it to him. I'm indifferent. Honestly, I don't think it looks bad. I just think that his long hair is part of his legendary status. Like, it's part of his.
It's trash. It's trash to me. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. I can't push you over.
No, I don't. I mean, I think it will take a little bit of getting used to, but I don't think it looks bad. I think we're just so used to Edge having that long hair. I mean, it's iconic for him, But
all right,
I think it's solid for him to have a new look for this new journey that he's going on. So I'm with it for now.
I think you put me over. I can't argue that. Like, I just can't. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think the reason why a lot of people want it on the trash list is because it's the Edge that we're used to, and it's actually part of the gimmick. Is he says, you think you know me, but you don't, and he's all in. He's all in. I think
it's I mean, in this, he's so heel. He's turning on the crowd. He doesn't care what we want.
Yep.
So
yep. It works. I think you got me over. You got me over. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm taking it off my trash list. It's been on my trash list the whole day. Yep. I'm going. It's gone over on me. I'm with that. So sorry, yo, Rip. We don't agree there. It's not trash.
Yeah, not at all.
All right. And then, hey, Rousey and the title. What we agree there. We know this. I'm a Rousey fan, and I agree with this.
Y'all know how I feel about Ronda, so we'll just leave it at that.
Don't casually tell them how you really feel. Okay, but this is also one of my favorite parts of his list, because finally someone's broken the fourth wall and taken our Lunchable, trash, and fire list outside of wrestling, and they've taken it into the real world.
I like it.
And your trash. Okay, so hey, let's real quick. I'll let you get this one. Ranch dressing. I can't. I just can't.
I mean,
I like ranch.
I love ranch. So
ranch goes on everything. How do you not like ranch? I like ranch like a sorority girl.
Yeah, I can't give this one. That ranch is fire.
Fire. Forgetting your headphones and having to go to work all day being in your head. Trash. That's trash.
That's just trash. Yeah.
We agree that's absolute trash. The Milwaukee Bucks. I guess I don't have an opinion. I guess.
Yeah. I'm indifferent as well.
I guess I haven't been paying attention. There's no Sonics.
Right? Yeah.
Until the Sonics come back. Yeah. You're talking to Seattle fans. Until there's the Sonics, we don't care who's in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the fact that we don't care or even pay attention because we don't have our Sonics. No, the fact we don't have our Sonics, that's what's trash. Trash.
So
trash.
I'll give him the Bucks because
we'll just give it to him.
All of NBA's trash.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's why all of the NBA's trash. Every team, your team, your friends' team.
Until we get our team back, all the teams are trash.
All of them. There you go. So yes, Milwaukee Bucks are trash. And the lack of pizza Lunchables. We have talked about pizza Lunchables.
We have. We definitely have talked about pizza Lunchables, but we saved the pizza Lunchables for when we're real hungry and we got a long Lunchable break because those are the best ones. So
yeah, like the Miz TV segments. I mean,
anything Miz. It's gonna take a while and makes me hungry.
Shout out to DJ Kuzmo for supplying us with all our Lunchables. We didn't have a lot this week, but he has them, and I appreciate it.
Shout out DJ Kuzmo.
DJ Kuzmo. You got any other, ending fires? Anything that we missed? Anything you want to get out there?
What do we want to put for Mr. Ritter here? Did we agree with most of it?
Fired. He's fired. There's wins on this list that he's fired.
I agree. Fire.
You know what? I'll put him on the perma-fire list. Ritter right now is on my perma-fire.
All right.
His SmackDown review every week is off the hook. He's first one to break the fourth wall and give us a personal, real life trash list. He's on my perma-fire list.
All right, I'm with it. Perma-fire.
Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. This week, man, has a lot to live up to.
Yes, this was an amazing week for wrestling. Let's go through a couple Lunchables real quick. Anything Madcap and Happy Corbin? Can we move on, please?
Oh, I forgot that was still happening.
Can we move on? I
honestly forgot. I mean, they're still wrestling each other.
I honestly thought that we were past this. Give Madcap an actual storyline and stop. I mean, they're both because of this story being drawn on too long. They're bringing each other down. And both of them are capable of having a way better storyline than what's going on here. So can we let's just move on from the whole Madcap Happy Corbin feud.
DJ Kuzmo, give us a piece. You know what? Hey, give Ritter one too. A huge pizza Lunchable for Madcap, because honestly, I'd forgotten. I must have skipped that part because I forgot they were still feuding. That's a big Lunchable.
They're still feuding, and
that's
big
pizza
Lunchable.
Worthy. That's pizza worthy.
Lacey Evans Lunchable. I mean,
all out.
I'm completely out. You had 3 max of those crying promos, and you're at 6, 7, 8 now. I don't even know how many it is.
Oh, it's gross.
Get in the ring and let's see some wrestling. Or, I don't want to see it all. So
right, or be designated for assignment, be a budget cut.
Oh, no.
I feel like if she doesn't make this work, she will be a budget cut.
Yeah.
Lunchable.
Anything Omos and Cedric, the Cedric Alexander, all of that, the hurt what?
The hurt what?
I don't need to see any of that anymore. It's literally I thought this whole MVP thing was gonna build Omos up, and it just really hasn't done anything for him, in my opinion.
It's a full Lunchable in every way, and it's disappointing.
Yeah, that and anything 24/7. I'm out of it. The only thing, like we said before, the only thing keeps that thing going is R-Truth. If R-Truth wasn't part of that whole gimmick, then it would be completely garbage.
Without our truth, none of it works.
No.
And that's the only time I check in is when our truth is there.
Yeah, it's trash.
It's trash and Lunchable. Like, it is probably the worst. It is an absolute, landfill. Is the worst trash. I mean, you can't eat enough Lunchables. Like, we run out of Lunchables when they put that on TV.
Right.
I mean, they are the main reason for us, gaining this weight. Like, we gaining weight from these Lunchables. Stop putting it on TV because I want to stop gaining pounds. All right,
Lunchable weight.
Lunchable weight.
That's all my Lunchables, honestly. Like I said, this week was good. So other than that, you got any Lunchables?
Well, like, I don't. The only Lunchable I have, and this goes out, to the Discord server chat peeps. If you want to find out what that is like, subscribe to the podcast. It's like only $1. You know what I'm saying? Sign in. You get access to the Discord server chat. It is a group of just yahoos and wrestling fans. It's absolutely so much fun. But there's some feuds going on in that Discord server chat, and I just want to say this: like, people gotta be better. They gotta casually be better because if you're gonna cut a promo, cut a promo. You know what I'm saying? Because the veterans are out here, and we're casually watching you. And hey, be careful. What you ask for. I mean, look at what's his name again? It doesn't matter what his name is, but if you ask to be on the trash list or the fire list, you might end up on the list you don't want to be on, right? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, 100%.
Come at us. No one is safe. We are not safe. You are not safe. I hope to get some more voicemails next week because I'm going to be gone next week. Nemean, I'm taking off. I'm going on vacation.
I mean, I'll be here.
You'll be here? You going to hold it down?
I'll hold it down.
All right, because I want you to give me a call. If I'm on the beach or wherever I'm at, if Casual responds, you let me know. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, how about let's say this: if he doesn't respond, I'll let you know. If
that's even better. That's even better.
You'll hear it on the podcast. But if he doesn't respond, we're gonna have to talk, and we're gonna have to figure out what the next actions are.
Yes, I don't even know what the next step is, but we're gonna figure it out because there's again this week Nikita Lyons, amazing. She's progressed so fast that she can make a mistake, in the ring, and I'm giving passes because she is getting better every week, and there's no way that Nikita Lyons is below Lash Legend anyway. That is the most ludicrous comparison. That's something Meltzer would say. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
100%.
But I'm more sad that we haven't heard nothing. Nothing.
Exactly. So there's nothing casual about this. We want an acknowledgement, Mr. Casual.
From the twos. We want acknowledgement from the twos. We're the head of the table here now. We're taking the head of the table. We don't care about no brand split, none of that. We are coming over. We have declared ourselves the head of the table.
We're all in.
All in. I'm with it.
All right.
we just put it out there. Acknowledge the mean lion.
Acknowledge. Do you want to jump into the trash now? Let's give them what they want.
See, they thought the show was over.
They thought, but
we have a trash list. You have a good one.
We got trash. Let's give them the trash.
All right, it's what they wait for. It's time. I'll do the trash. You tell me what we got. Let's go for it.
All right. First off, Shinsuke swept under the rug. Shinsuke versus Sami Zayn. Like, why? Trash.
Trash.
Shinsuke deserves better than that, man. And they're just
trash. It's trash. I mean, it's trash.
Sami Zayn, also trash. Still looking like a stooge. Like,
oh.
he looks like a stooge. Paul Heyman, he's, man, dude. When he was talking to Paul Heyman and he said, this is what's going to get my credibility back by, but you can't get your own credibility back, bro. Like,
oh no, don't do this to me. I mean, don't do this to me.
Sami Zayn,
don't put me over. Don't put me over. Don't do it. Don't do it. You got any more reason? You got any more reason? Any more trash for Sami Zayn?
Do I need any more reason?
Oh no! Oh, okay. I'm okay. One word. Trash. Oh, that hurt. That hurt me in the gut. What else?
We got Cody versus Austin Theory for the U.S. title. Like,
out of nowhere.
What? Where did this booking come from?
What?
Why? Like,
is it
WWE? You can do better.
Do better because this is
trash. Also, like I said, I love Rhea Ripley, but can we also move on from her and Liv's beef as well? Because I don't think it's doing anything for either of them anymore. Nope. Rhea is now she's part of Judgment Day. She doesn't need to continuously put Rhea in the dirt or put Liv in the dirt, and Liv needs a boost. Otherwise, she's just going to get left behind. And I love Liv Morgan, so I want to see her succeed as well. So Rhea,
your fanboy showing.
All right, let it show because this is trash.
Trash. I'm with you. Booking of Liv Morgan is still trash.
Now I don't know. Not everybody may agree with me on this one, but Doudrop and Nikki Ash. I mean, trash.
Nikki trash.
Nikki trash. Like
Nikki trash.
I can't.
She didn't change her gimmick.
If Doudrop's gonna change her gimmick, well, not. I mean, even the slightest bit to help fit in with Nikki as a tag team, which I don't mind them as a tag team.
No,
but Nikki's got to drop the superhero gimmick. Otherwise, she's gonna stay Nikki trash.
Nikki trash.
Nikki trash.
She's on the perma trash list just because her name is Nikki Trash.
And it's hard to get on the perma trash list. It really is.
How about we name it in honor of her? We call it the Nikki Trash list.
The Nikki Trash list. I'm with it.
Okay, she's on it.
All right.
Yep.
We Tommaso Ciampa versus Mustafa Ali.
What?
Mustafa. Why?
Oh. What? No. Trash.
Trash. And yeah, again, the whole it's going. I can't decide if it's lunchable or if it's trash. But Lacey Evans, like I said, I lost count of how many baby face crying promos she's done, and I'm done with it. So,
that's a hard one for me too, and I've been thinking about it for a while, and I think it bothers me the most because promos 1 and 2, especially 1, in all the way over. Number 3, I mean, it's like when you're drinking a case of Four Locos. The first one got you good, and feeling good. The second one, a little loopy. The third one, you start getting a little spins, and then by the fourth one, I just want to vomit. It's that bad. It's that cringy to me.
I don't. That's why I'm back and forth. So,
but I want to see her in the ring.
Exactly. That's why this is trash. I don't think it's lunchable because I want to see her. I want to see her, and I want to see her do well. So it's more trash for me, the fact that they just can't they can't write anything more for her than a stupid crying promo. So until we see more, this is trash.
Trash.
And I think that's pretty much it for my trash list, honestly. Like we said,
it was a great week.
It was a great week.
Great week. I mean, I was excited, when we were doing our prep, just talking about the shows because, man, it's been, days since, most of the shows. But, I mean, Dynamite just, wow.
Stole the show is what it did. It stole the year, honestly. So.
Yeah, and I wish, on one hand, I'm glad it's a one-off match. But on the other hand, I'm kind of disappointed because, gosh, I want to see them two again. I want to see Hardy and Darby Allin again, because that reminded us why they are so great.
Yeah.
Nobody does a suicida dive like Darby Allin. It's nobody.
Right. Yeah.
And by the way, in the Discord server chat, stepping on Legos, that's obvious trash. Always.
Yeah, that's like saying stubbing your toe is trash. Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense. It's like that's common sense trash.
Yeah. It's like
I thought I'd throw it in there. It was in the Discord server chat. I thought I'd throw it in there. But shout out to everybody in Discord. Like I said, if you want to get in on it, subscribe to the WWE Podcast because that's our home. This is where we're at. We get to, cross over. I really hope we can cross over with the AEW show, not when Mimi comes back. Because if people didn't know, we're filling in for Mimi and doing the AEW review. But we only filling in for a bit, and I mean, we're doing a review show over there. But here at the WTFW, we get to have some fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's our bread and butter right here. So,
and I want some more people to disagree.
Yeah.
Like
bring heat.
Bring the heat.
Remember, no one is safe, not even us. So
no one's safe, and you know what? We're up, and we want the smoke.
Oh, we want the smoke.
We want all the smoke because we up here in the Northwest, we can handle it. No pun intended. But this is Nemean Line. This is episode 6. We're wrapping it up. We're wrapping it up.
Yeah, wrapping it up. I think another one in the books, man.
Yeah, and we'll see how it does. Like I said, every week. Maybe we'll be back next week. Thanks to everybody. If you want to follow us on Twitter at WTFW Podcast or WTFW Trash is the handle. Shout outs to Ritter. Shout out to the boss. Shout out to Mimi Burris. Shout out to everybody that's really doing it for us. Shout out to Carl. He's been on our Twitter. Shout out to Carl. Yeah, you got anything else? Because I'm ready to go to bed. It's late.
I'm with you, man. It was a good episode. Shout out to all the fans. Let us know what you think as usual. Send us your trash list.
Yeah, ask us for the email. We'll give it to you. Anybody can send it in. We will put it on. Give us your real life trash list. Go to work. Give us your trash list. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Thanks,
I'm
everybody.
Out. You're out. We'll be back next week. Let's do this all over again.
Yep. Sounds good.
Yep. Deuces.